on the line to discuss that and how important people in New Jersey are going to be to this new Trump administration. Is Steve Adubato, Emmy Award-winning broadcaster on the PBS flagship WNET and NJTV, and author of the new book, Lessons in Leadership. Thanks for jumping back on board here on the Drive Home at 5, Steve.
Curtis, always an honor and a pleasure, particularly on this historic and shocking day, important day for the nation as we attempt to move forward from last night.
But please, give me a little skinny, although that might not be the appropriate word when we talk about your governor, Chris Christie. How difficult was it for he to stay away from Philadelphia and that free Bruce Springsteen concert the other night on behalf of Hillary's campaign?
I think what you're referring to is Governor Christie is a very big fan of Bruce Springsteen. Been to many, I think 130, 140 concerts of the boss, but clearly Springsteen cast his vote, was all in for Hillary Clinton along with millions of others, and was disappointed, shocked, and dismayed at the results. But bottom line is the boss, and I don't mean Christie, I mean Springsteen along with Bon Jovi and others, hopefully will take the note from Hillary Clinton and come together and support President-elect Trump, even though you, as I've been listening, may be a bit skeptical of the unification of everyone who's been hating each other for the last year.
You know how politicians are. They say the right words during transition time, but the long knives are coming out. They're already planning retribution, revenge, and how to get back to presidency. Although they'll make nice to one another, they'll lick each other's cheeks, they'll tongue kiss a little bit. But you know, that's just like Yul Brynner in The King and I. You know, you want to dance with me.
Curtis. Now, I know that you are one of the toughest, roughest New York-based guys who knows the streets. You know the way people can look you in the eye, and as soon as you turn your back, you know the shiv goes in. But here's the thing. Our country needs this, Curtis. Our country needed Donald Trump at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning to say what he did last night, to come together, and that people were not yelling crooked Hillary or lock her up. That was important. It was important for Hillary Clinton to do what she did and the president to do what they did. I don't care if they don't actually believe it, Curtis. This country needs it. But the reality is, if in fact Donald Trump actually handles himself in a way that makes sense and focuses on what's important in terms of the economy and trade and the immigration matters, I will tell you, I do think there's a chance, an outside chance, that good things can happen.
Okay, but we know he needs to be reined in. He's even acknowledged that. In the last days of the campaign, he was reined in. First and foremost, it's Kellyanne Conway, who became his final campaign manager. She's a Southern Jersey girl from Camden County, a Philadelphia Eagles fan. What role do you think she'll play? Because apparently she's been one of the few people who can smack him into line.
You know, Curtis, very perceptive on your part, as usual. Kellyanne is someone I've known and had on my PBS programming for years, and I'll say this. She's a Jersey girl, but she understands branding. She understands politics. She understands campaigns. She's never been one to go inside the government. She usually moves on from a campaign onto the next challenge. I think in this case, Donald Trump may ask her to come inside the White House and be a part of what is happening, because the reality is I don't actually think they thought they were going to win this thing, and they're going to need all the help they can get from talented, smart people to pull this government together. And the reality is they have a very short window to pull this transition together. You know it and I know it, Curtis. A transition for Hillary Clinton, who thought she was going to win.
Yeah, but let me suggest a role for Kellyanne Conway, because one thing that woman has proven to me is that she can spin anything. She should be the press secretary for President Donald Trump.
You mean, are you trying to say that she should be the one at that podium to handle questions from snarky reporters who try to catch you saying all kinds of things? Kellyanne Conway can handle anything at the podium. I believe you are right, but I also don't believe they can't pay her enough on a government salary.
Okay,
but
all
it would
right.
be a good job.
But put that aside. The other guy, and you know he's looming there because this was his resurrection. I mean, I don't know if Jesus Christ had a better resurrection than this, although he went to heaven, and this guy's going straight to hell without an asbestos suit for being a liar. But your friend, the guy you've known for years, Shamuel Hefe, Chris Christie, what role, if any, do you see him playing in this brand-new Trump administration?
Look, I'm going to say this about Governor Christie. I didn't agree with what he did when he decided to support Trump when he dropped out, but I'll say this about him. He saw something I didn't see. He saw something countless other so-called political pundits and others didn't see. He got on board. I believe he is an advisor to President-elect Donald Trump. I believe he can help him in this process. I don't know how public that's going to be. But I will say this. Again, Trump is going to need, President-elect Donald Trump, I want to show respect to the office and to the person who's going to be holding it, is going to need Chris Christie and other smart people who know government.
Wait a second. You're going to tell me that Chris Christie, a guy that you've grown up with, isn't going to be like Michael Corleone wanting to settle all of his scores in Jersey?
I think Governor Christie has seen that the appropriate way to go is to come together and be one, and it doesn't matter who did what to him, who tried to hurt him. I believe he's going to do what's right for the country.